63:1, says, "Who is this who comes from Edom, with crumbs and stained garments from Bozrah in Edom? This one who is glorious in his apparel, striding triumphantly in the greatness of his might. It is I who speaks in righteousness, proclaiming vindication, mighty to save." Also, Habakkuk 3:3-15, God came from Teman, Yemen, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding place, tabernacle, of his power. Please locate and read the rest of the passage. Isaiah 34:9 and 10, Psalms 110, Psalms 45, Rev 19, Jude 14 and 15. Emphasis authors. What David saw and experienced was absolutely extraordinary. He saw the return of the Lord Jesus, who had descended from heaven into earth's atmosphere, moving through the skies above Teman, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia. He literally experienced what it would be like to be taken up to be with the Lord, and to return with him, in the air. I will try to share it with you as he gave it to me, as if that could ever be possible. As the experience opened, I suddenly felt as though I had been taken to another place. I looked around and saw gathered all around me a countless number of saints. Their faces were beautiful and radiant, for they were there for the marriage supper of the Lamb. His bride, of which I was a part, had been caught up to be with him, in the air, suspended in his tabernacle, high in the sky, above the Arabian Peninsula. We were hidden in the canopy of the divine bridal chamber. As I looked around, I realized I was in a building that was larger than anything that I had ever seen before. It was both vast and tall. The ceiling was so tall that had the building been constructed upon the earth, it seems as though one could have perhaps seen it from neighboring states. One can imagine the immensity of a building designed to hold the saints from antiquity to the time of the great catching away of the church. As I looked up, suddenly the veil opened, and I saw Messiah sitting upon his throne, overlooking with wonder and delight his perfected bride. As Messiah's eyes moved slowly across the great community of saints, he would look deep and penetratingly into the eyes of each one, captivating and caressing their soul with his tender love. So it was with me when our eyes met. I felt his approval, his great delight that I was there with him. I could see and understand his weighty purpose for my life and for the church on earth. At the same time, I had an understanding of eternity itself. Joy overflowing filled my heart. Deep thankfulness for all that I now understood only added to the exhilarating joy. The pageantry, the joyous merriment, the bridal song, the dance of the bride was all part of this suspended moment of long-awaited intimacy with our beloved. Finally, we knew him, as we were known. In what were perhaps only minutes, love's fulfillment was greater than the heart could ever have been prepared for. Everything I ever wanted to feel or ever could have hoped to feel was exploding inside me. Yet I was fixated upon him, with such serene calm. Love divine was possessing my very being, and sweeping me away with adoration and wonder. Yet, even in this incredible moment in time, encapsulated by his love, riveted upon his watchful and tender gaze, we were able to know anything we wanted, or needed to know about anything, even those things that did not necessarily pertain to the chamber in which we were hidden. We also knew the things that were occurring upon the earth. Earth was very dark, and the space between this heavenly tabernacle and earth was filled with clouds so black as to beggar description. What was happening on earth itself was hideously evil and perilous beyond my limited human vernacular to explain. Only a drastically reduced number of the human race was left. Many lay dying within the earth's desolation. Human carnage was everywhere. We thought, as our awareness of the earthly desolations increased, there has never been anything like this in the history of the human race. It left us with an awesome soberness. Yet, being encapsulated by his wonderful love and wisdom, did this knowledge in any way take away from the wonder of being with our beloved, who is just in all that he does? Destiny began to grip our hearts, as we realized that we must soon respond to its call to re-enter earth to save all of Israel, and the remaining Gentiles, who were awaiting the coming of the true King of Israel. All of Israel was waiting, looking for their Messiah, to come and deliver them. We saw the huge commonwealth of Jewish people desperately searching